So if you're struggling with the charge and charging questions, I'll give you a quick tutorial, some things to think about. So I'm going to go ahead and pick this one. The question says, two lab partners are doing a static electricity investigation. They begin with a positively charged pop can. After conducting the procedure, they observe that the pop can has become electrically neutral, which statement accurately explains how this happens. So the key to understanding this idea of charge is to remember that matter is made of atoms, and atoms are made of protons, neutrons, and electrons, and the electrons and the protons have charges. Electrons are negatively charged, protons are positively charged. Now, it's super important to understand that in all the examples we've looked at so far, they've always represented only the negative charges moving. That's because in reality, the electrons are on the outside of the atom, and it is easy for those electrons to be moved off of the atom and between different kinds of materials. So keep that in mind. It's always going to be electrons that are moving. The protons are stuck in the nucleus, and the nucleus is very, very difficult to mess around with. In fact, when we mess around with the nucleus of an atom, we call that a nuclear reaction, and most of you would recognize that that involves huge amounts of energy. So as I think about this, it starts out positively charged, so that means it's missing electrons, and then it becomes neutral, so that means it gained electrons. The only way that that could have happened is if electrons were added to the object. So I choose that, I check the picture, and then I go ahead and check the answer. And sure enough, I got it right. So follow that same process for all of these on charge and charging.